Hi, this is Mary from Reviewer's Diary. I recorded quite a few videos today, but I'm going to probably edit and post this one first. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. This is going to be a life video. I recently have had a resurgence of my faith. When I went to nursing school, everything sort of fell away a little bit. Like, it started, science is not always compatible with faith until you see some of the most incredible things that need God's help to do. So anyway, I have had a resurgence of my faith, and I will be reading the Bible in 1 year. I did actually buy a Bible in 1 year Catholic edition and put it in a cover, not a regular Bible cover, because they all had zippers, and nah. I put it in a different type of cover. I will show you those things at some point. I am still helping the person in my family who has cancer, and I take him for his chemo on Wednesdays. Not a real easy situation, but as long as we are talking to each other and having a good time wherever we go, it's okay. My office is in flux still. I have a couple boxes over there. This is just regular life musings now. I have a couple boxes over there that I had just thrown stuff in because I needed to, and I got rid of a lot of stuff. Well, there are boxes of stuff down with the stuff that's going to go to the veterans. I have to set that up, but yeah, there's a ton of stuff there. But what I'm most proud of is I built my drawing table. All by myself, by the way. My husband was going to help me with it, and it just got to be so that I was tired of waiting for him to be able to help me out, and so what I did is I just did it myself. And it currently has I don't know if you can see it over there behind me, it currently has my cutting mat on it. It's a glass top, and I just figured the cutting mat, which I use for crafts and sewing and all kinds of stuff, would also be handy for, not getting paint everywhere when I am doing some drawing or painting, which I plan to start doing more of because it's good for the soul, So I am back yet again. I know I keep saying that to you guys, and I apologize. I'm sorry to be out of commission for so long. I didn't want to be. I still have so much to straighten out. I do have an overabundance of stuff. I have been slowly going through it all. I did a small declutter, and I'm going to be doing a giant declutter. I don't know if you could see this, but I'm going to get up and open my blush drawer. I can't open my drawers all the way, and now, unfortunately, my everyday makeup drawer, excuse my language, has become, stuff is just falling out of the drawer, and when I try to pull it open, so yeah, I got a problem here. Have you ever thought about whether you're a hoarder or not? I think calling makeup a collection is something that causes people to say, yeah, I can have that. Yeah, oh, that's nice. I can add that to my collection. I'm not going to call it a collection anymore. I'll have to stop myself because I have a collection of angels. Little angel statues, big angel statues. I have a collection of those. That's a collection. I have a collection of, what else do I collect? that's about it. I know I collect a lot of crap because I'm a bit of a hoarder, but that's my actual main collection. I don't want to call my beading supplies or sewing supplies a collection. I do have one other collection, a collection of washi tape, which I'm looking at behind you. So I think that calling makeup a collection item is not a good idea. I also think people who have a wall of, like, the latest thing is these ridiculous looking toolboxes. Now there are 2 YouTubers that I really like that I watch that have those. Please stop it. Please stop it. Anyway, they're giant rolling toolboxes in bright pink. And they have so much makeup in them that has probably gone bad that, although one of them only has one of them, so maybe she isn't, but for some reason she must have liked the type of box and decided to go for it. Now, before that was a thing, Alex cabinets were a thing, but like, people use them for different things. They weren't made necessarily for makeup. As a matter of fact, my niece has an Alex cabinet that's completely devoted to her art supplies. Now, I want to get to that point, where I don't have 2 Alexes full of, like, this area over here is skincare, that area back there is makeup and other odds and ends. I don't have 9 drawers of makeup. I have probably 4 or 5 that have makeup in them. And the remainder is like face masks and stuff. So think about this. When a big YouTuber says, "Oh, you've got to get this. This is so good." Stop yourself. Don't do it, because you're just being lured into purchasing more stuff. Now, not all beauty YouTubers are trying to lure you into anything, and not all of them have nefarious means behind them. But when the beauty community was just getting big is when I came on and started doing videos. That was it really started getting to be, like, really big about 4 or 5 years ago, and I did a couple videos that were really not very well skilled and had horrible lighting, but I fell into the trap of, you've got to try this. And so I was buying stuff indiscriminately because a beauty tuber suggested it. I just thought, well, if they've tried it and liked it, then I'm going to try it and like it. No, they don't know. They might be working off of a first impression, or they might have just gone on a trip with a brand and they want to hawk their products. Don't fall for all that. I just want to advise people. When I had a simple vanity, which was basically like a desk, and I had that little 3-drawer thing, and I had like an organizer drawer, like one of those plastic drawers down below, and it wasn't full. It was just there to catch new purchases and things I had to try. I was so much happier. I didn't have all this crap. Now, I wouldn't have discovered how much I love Natasha Denona eyeshadows if I didn't become a little bit enamored of having new stuff, just the most fabulous eyeshadows. But yeah, just be careful. Don't think really hard. And what I've been doing is I kept myself on a no-buy for a long time. But I took myself off because I was going to do a video about CoverGirl, which I never got to because life turned into a nightmare maelstrom of frickin' horribleness. So I never did it. That is the only reason to purchase anything. I did buy stuff from CVS, you know, like this foundation, which will be too dark probably, mascara, an eyeshadow set, a couple of little things to go ahead and do a video, and now I have a couple others that I got from Walmart Beauty Box. So yeah, I just really want to caution you guys. I know it sounds preachy, but be careful, because, you know, I mean, I don't have a ton of makeup like a lot of people do. I have a ton of skincare, but I go through it fast enough that it doesn't matter. So I go through my skincare really, really rapidly. I just really could live without half of it. So I am going to do a declutter. That's coming up on my channel. I'll be doing a declutter, but I don't want you guys to look forward to me getting rid of a lot of stuff. I know I say I am, but I think instead I'm going to employ the chopping block method, which I've done before. The chopping block, I have some lip products that are still on the chopping block, and I come back and I give you an update of which things I'm keeping, which things I'm not. So I think I would be doing chopping block for the existing stuff in my drawers. The other stuff I'll try. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't, you know, need it, if it turns out that I'm not that crazy about the shadows, that I have to, you know, shadow always comes up because I have so many palettes. Not nearly as many as some people have, but you know, if I have the same colors and I don't need more, or if they're really old, like I'm looking at one of my oldest eyeshadow palettes, Smashbox Double Exposure. Don't know if they even make it anymore. My intention is to declutter some things that I know are no longer good, put things that I'm not positive about on the chopping block, and work my way through those. I think that top drawer is going to become the chopping block drawer. By the way, we don't have the giant dog anymore. Cody is like the love of my life. We've had shepherds all of our married life, so we're very experienced with German shepherds, and we will have a German shepherd again someday. But Cody had a really strong prey drive, and he attacked the little dog, Scooter. Really viciously attacked. Scooter didn't need stitches, but he had little cuts all around his neck, and my husband had to lift the big sheppy off the floor to get the biting to stop. Thank God my husband was right there. He was able to lift him, but when he lifted him, my little guy came up off the floor with him. So he had thumped him on the nose and he dropped my dog. Unfortunately, you can't have a dog who has a strong prey drive like that in your house with a small dog. We could have come home one day to a dead dog, and he could have killed him. And if you got my cat was really good at hiding, but if you got hold of my cat, that would, he's an old cat. The cat wasn't a huge consideration when we got Cody, because we just figured that they would get used to each other. We got Cody when he was a little tiny guy, as little as a 12-week-old German Shepherd can be, and they're actually really big when they're little. And I miss him so much that it breaks my heart. So what we did is it's the first time we had a shepherd who was not a rescue dog. He was purchased. So we called the breeder and we told them about it, and they came and got him and brought him home with them. They found him the perfect place with a young guy who, this is his only dog. He doesn't have no small dogs, children, or cats were like the basic requirements. They got to know him really well. They came and played with him all the time, and finally they brought him home, and he's been really happy. And pictures that I've seen, he's laying on their couch. So I'm really happy that, they're babying him as much as I did. I just really miss him. And I can't... The night when they took him, the owner of the kennel came and got him from me, and he thought he was going in my car because he used to love to go for a ride in my car. We had him for 1.5 years, I think. He loved to ride in the car, so he stopped by my car, and he was like, when he was being pulled back down the driveway further, he was confused. And when the breeder was putting him in his car, he turned around and looked at me like, what's happening now? Maybe he's not thinking that, because he's a dog. But he had this really confused look on his face, and he stared at me, and I know that he was, in his little dog mind, was thinking, why am I going? What's going on? So I still love that dog. If he was the only dog we had, he would have ended up being perfect, because the only issue he had was not walking on the leash well, which I was working on. But I just couldn't take a chance of him killing my other dog. So he was newest in the house. I wasn't going to get rid of my little dog, so he had to go. If you ever have a dog that you get from a reputable breeder, they have the right of first refusal. If it's a backyard breeder, they don't want to ever see you again. But if it's a reputable breeder, you would contact the breeder for any issues that you had. Oh, and that also counts people who go to Lancaster. I'm sorry, they're not reputable breeders. They're puppy mills in Lancaster. The Amish run puppy mills and make a tremendous amount of money. And other people also run puppy mills. Pennsylvania is famous for puppy mills, which are the bane of the existence of any animal. So if you buy a dog, buy it from a reputable breeder. Or better yet, do what we did for the last 20 years and adopt. Every animal we had was a rescue. My little Scooter here is a rescue. He was destined for the gas chamber down in South Carolina, where they still use such a horrific means of putting dogs down. So his mother and multiple puppies were pulled by a rescue. So we were lucky enough to get him. And I didn't want to see anything happen to him. So you won't see the big dog in my videos. He was a beautiful guy. I loved him very much. I still am heartbroken over him being gone, but I know that he's happy where he is now. We absolutely adored Cody, and we still love Cody, and I still cry over Cody, mainly because I can't get the look on his face out of my mind. And I just can't get the vision of Cody looking at me like, what's happening? Out of my mind. It's really hard. Anyway, I love that dog. I am going to be doing a declutter, but I'm not going to be getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I made a decision that what I'm going to be doing is I have to do something about my blush drawer, because I can't, like, stuff is just falling out, and stuff fell out of my vanity main drawer here because there's so much stuff in it. I'm disorganized, and that's my problem. I have too much, but I'm also disorganized. So, organization wise, I'm going to be reorganizing, decluttering, and putting things on a chopping block. So those are videos that you can look forward to. Chopping block will get updated frequently. I'm also going to be doing videos trying all the things. So when I get boxes of new stuff, like the Allure boxes you can see in unboxing video that I did, if I try something and it's just not my favorite thing, then I'll be giving it to my daughter to try before it dies and becomes too old for anyone to use. I'm also probably going to donate some stuff to the local women's shelter. It's hard here to get in touch with anyone from the women's shelter. I know they're trying to protect people, so they're ultra secret, but what if you needed them? Really, what if you needed to go into a women's shelter suddenly? Like, how do you even find them? But I have a lot of unopened products that can go to a women's shelter. They can also go to Project Beauty Share. I noticed that sometimes they sell some stuff that they get, but that money goes to helping the shelter, women's shelters across the country, by the way, not just in their area. So I'll probably put together a box. But postage is so expensive now. It's really hard. But anyway, that's stuff that you can't try it. So there's not going to be a lot of stuff going to a women's shelter because I want to try everything. I am completely disorganized, and I'm working really hard on getting organized. And unfortunately, part of ADHD, which you guys now know I have, is that it's difficult to organize yourself. I always wanted to be Martha Stewart. Not her, but you know what I mean. I always wanted to be this calm person who always has these delicious dinners made and a perfect house and a perfect, garden and, wearing her gardening gloves. And me, I go outside, and if a bug I don't recognize comes flying my way, I'm like, ah! Like, I'm just not, I live in the country, but I'm no way a country girl. So, anyway, I always wanted to be that person who's so organized and doesn't have all this crap. But I am not that person, and I have to come to terms with that and come to peace with that and do what I can. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary. I'm sorry I've been absent for so long, but I know you understand because of the health issue that my loved one is going through. So, thank you for watching. I promise you I will try to be on at least once, if not twice a week. This week, you'll probably get quite a few videos because I did tape a whole bunch of them. So, anyway, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!